Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Just a quick reminder, I put up the 24-hour sale. A lot of people didn't see it or didn't get the email in time, so I'm going to put it up for another 24 hours. It's the last 6 videos. Make sure you guys take advantage of this sale. The last 6 videos, $24.99. Take advantage of the sale. It's going to be up for 24 hours. I might leave it up through the weekend, but make sure you guys take advantage. Also, Never Pay Again membership, as I said, is ending. I sent out emails to everybody. If you registered on Merkaba Academy, you got an email, except if you're already a Never Pay Again member. Check your email, check your spam, take advantage of that offer. I sent it out, so I will extend that as well through the weekend. A lot of people sent emails about it, but I'll make sure you guys have access to it throughout the weekend. The Merkaba Academy app will be up by Friday. It's by Friday for sure. Should be sooner than Friday. So we got less than a week. It should be out most likely Tuesday or Wednesday, but I'll give it till Friday. It looks like it's going to be in the Apple App Store as well as in the Android store. Updated, everything. So that's coming. Again, make sure you guys take advantage of these sales. And also make sure if you try to contact me at my Gmail, therealmerkaba@gmail.com. Do not contact me in Instagram or what have you if it has to do with your membership or whatnot. Not a good place to do it. Make sure you email me because somebody will see it. I'm not always going to see it on Instagram. So make sure you guys, if it has to do with membership or anything like that, make sure you guys email me before you send me anything on Instagram. Best way, easiest way. So let's get into this video. So now, what did I tell you? Exactly like I said, what will happen. And just a quick update. I already uploaded the video I was going to put out on my other channel, my other YouTube channel. It was taken down by YouTube. So this is a whole new video I had to do really quick because the information that was in that video I want to talk about in this one, but I see I'm not going to be able to talk about it. So I'll just talk about it in the upcoming DVD. So like I said in the previous videos, it would happen with Russia. And I'm going to be careful how I say stuff and what I say because I don't want this one to get taken down either. It's a lot of work doing these videos. But yeah, I mean, I just don't understand how people can't. It's WWE shit, to any conscious person. You can clearly see the setup. And because this is going to be so big, the aftermath, everything that's coming, like this has been going on for years. It's not just something that happened now. A lot of people like, oh, what happened just out of the blue. We have been dealing with this whole Ukraine situation since like 2014 and really before that. So you remember, we had the issue with Georgia I talked about in the video, the Ukraine. Russia is always getting in any country that we have some type of ties to. But it's smoke and mirrors. Y'all can believe it if you want. Smoke and mirrors. Understand what this is about. This is about economics. Plain and simple. This is going to cripple economies. What's going to happen? These sanctions is going to be a problem, but it's going to be a flip side to it. So if you really pay attention to this, what was happening, before the Corona thing jumped off, and before it really got crazy, we knew about it already. They was already shutting stuff down, but we had the whole issue with us in China as far as shipping, as far as trade problems. So that sparked a little something with us in China. We supposedly settled it when Trump was in office, but it's still ongoing. So understand how the timing is going to play out. With that timing we had with this agreement with China is going to end soon. Looks like it's going to end very soon. So China is already coming out saying, these sanctions against Russia. So the problems it's going to, pose for Russia, they're basically going to take care of. So Biden and Camilla is jumping all over the news and everything is these sanctions. And if Russia do this, sanctions, right? Understand? So China comes along and cut their legs from under them. Now what? So if the sanctions that you're going to oppose is going to supposedly do some type of damage or whatnot to Russia is going to be cut off basically by China saying, you know what, we got you, don't worry about it. What's going to happen with China's situation? What's going to happen? So are we going to have to put, sanctions on China? We can't really do that, can we? Because China supplies everybody with everything. You understand what's going to happen? You understand ramifications now. The world cannot afford for China to go to war. The world can't afford for really anybody to go to war right now, recovering from an economic crisis with Corona. And just pay attention how to everything that's happening. UK just released all the laws, just out of the blue. Okay, everything that has to do with Corona, done, over with. Let's go back to normal. Why now? Again, situation with Russia. Why now? Could have done this back in 2018. So back in April 2018, it was already sanctions. They shut down a couple companies, screwed up a couple of plans of some oligarchies over there, messed with the financial system and banks. And it's almost some of the same stuff now, because now everything they have to do with digital currency is going to be affected with Russia, which is going to have a trickle down effect. Stocks already dropped. And what's next? What's coming? They've been baking this together, putting together, piece by piece, giving it time. Biden already said that, hey, it's going to take time for the impact to be felt by Russia with the sanctions that we're opposing. And I showed you guys in the previous DVD about the connection China has with Russia. And it's a huge economic connection. And if you're going to mess with Russia's the banking system, then it's going to possibly have effects with China in some way. And it's going to have a trickle down effect. So we're talking about like us imposing some sanctions that's going to mess with a global economic situation. You understand? Then out of the blue, they're warning Russia about not attacking us, no cyber attacks. Oh, we're watching out for your cyber attacks, as if it's a warning to us. This is how to let you know what's coming. Like, come on. Like, by now, you got to be able to see how this stuff works. It's been set up for a long time. You can see it coming from a mile away. I ain't Nostradamus. I ain't predict anything. It's just stuff you can clearly see if you're paying attention and you know how this stuff works. So as I said, I talked about this stuff last year. I said it was going to happen last year. And it's coming, and it's just the beginning. So it's like reaction now, problem, reaction, solution. Reaction now. Drop bombs. What's going to happen? And they're already saying, well, we're going to do more depending on, what Russia does next. Okay. They already dropped bombs. They already put up the finger. Already basically said, hey, anybody come fuck with us is on. Now what? This is modern times. Nobody wants to go to war. We want to go back to the 90s. Nobody want to go back and deal with Afghanistan, Iraq stuff. There is no war in Russia. It's just something you can't do. The people are, too chill. There are, look, if you watch USC, you see how many Russian fighters we have. If you see how many, celebrities, rich people go over there, is they are more, chill than ever before, and they like their lives. I posted a video on my Instagram about them marching in the streets in Russia and Moscow saying, no to war. The people don't want war. And that's one of the things that Russia is notoriously known for. You can't beat them. It's tough because the people will fight. It's basically what's happening in the Ukraine. They're arming the people. They're saying, you know what? If Russia invades, the people will fight. So it's not just the military versus the military. When you go to deal with any of these countries, you got to fight the people, which is how it's really supposed to be, because if your military lose, you lose. So in any case, anybody comes into your country, you got to attack. Me personally, I don't think they want that. I don't think they want war. I don't think the people will put up with war. So this has to be done differently. And it's a lot of ways you can do, war like this, and, cyber attacks and sanctions and stuff that's going to hurt the economy, that's going to really hurt everybody, but still at the same time, get people to rally towards a solution and what is this really about? And again, it's about timing and why. Why now? I mean, Russia could have done this back in 2018. This problem was the same problem a week ago. Why now? Talked about before, when there's lunar activity, when there's solar activity, When there's planetary activity, this is what happens. It's always war. I'll put this all in and put this in my videos and DVDs. I told you guys. And we have so much this year happening as far as planetary alignments and lunar activity or what have you. That's going to, cause a lot. So it's something that to look out for. And I'll get in this a lot more and up some other stuff in the video. I don't want to get into much of this talk and have this video taken down again. So, you got to look at this. And I know people are saying, end time prophecy, and I had to deal with shit all week. Like, it's no prophecy. And it's like, by now you got to just start using common sense and just asking yourself, you don't think these people read the Bible? You don't think these people know what it says? You don't think they know that the stuff you know? You don't think they know it already, that this stuff somehow mimics prophecy and we're just fulfilling it? It makes more sense that it's people fulfilling the agenda that they wrote, a plan that they had set in place. And y'all just in awe about it when, dude, like, just use your brain. It's already written. You understand? It's already written. You think because it was written so long ago that, it's no way they could have known. How could they have known so long ago to write this? Because they wrote it. Same people, it's the same agenda. It's not what you think. And, if somebody writes something, I always say this. I write something today and I do what I wrote 15 years from now. It's not a prophecy. It's me doing what I wrote 15 years ago. And you got to understand how this stuff is set up. It's not a prophecy. And there's no angels or, miracles happening to cause this war. This is men. This is men. This is Putin. This is our government. This is a, economy, economic system. This is not angels and demons. This is men that's making shit happen who clearly understand what the Bible says. So if they understand that, why would they be, running towards fulfilling Armageddon? It don't make sense. Why are they working so hard to fulfill Bible prophecy if, they know what's going to happen? Like, think about that. It doesn't make sense. So while you sit there and twiddle your thumb waiting for, Jesus to come back, plans are getting hatched. Agendas are being fulfilled. Jesus ain't coming. And he tell you in the damn book he ain't coming, as I get into. But, the Bible prophecy people, y'all got to stop, man, because y'all got people out here scared, thinking fucking skies is going to part and Jesus is going to ride on a damn white horse. It's bullshit. Like, tell you in the book he ain't coming. But, kingdom of heaven can't be observed. Like he's telling you, I called you guys, like, just pay attention. It's not going to happen like that. It's, it's an agenda. And as I talked about, everything that's happening is WWE, is all smoke and mirrors, is being played out. Like, if this dude, just think about it. Think about it. If you're going to go and beef with somebody, you're going to go to war with somebody, why the fuck am I going to have cameras coming to my office and, record me having a conference with the person I'm going to possibly go to war with? They're showing Putin at his table, watching our president on the screen and they talking. What? Come on now. Who does that? That's bullshit. That's for y'all to see. It's for you to see and for you to, they're talking. It's strategy. And who does that, yo? Like, come on. I'm going to do what I want to do. Look, he's done it anyway. We sat there. He talked all his shit. Camilla talked all her shit. Or sanctions. And he's still done it because that's what they're just letting you know what they're going to do. He don't have to talk to these people or say nothing if he knew, what he's going to do. He knew what was going to happen before it happened. Like, it's bullshit. It's smoke and mirrors. It's being played out through the media for you guys to watch so you can prepare yourself and be ready for what's coming. And what's coming it's going to be crazy. So it's like what I said in the video. Like I said, you'll see. And you got to understand what this is going to mean. It's not going to sugarcoat it at all, but it can mean a lot. And I understand, people talk about food shortages. I talked about this in the video. And yeah, so you got to be prepared for just being smart enough to understand, like, dude, if fucking China is in any type of issue, if it's going to be any type of problem with the economy, it's going to affect trade. It's going to affect importing and exporting anything. It's going to be shortages, especially since you're having beef with a country who basically you import, 90% of your shit from. It don't make sense. So again, you got to go back and look when I say that this is an agenda being fulfilled, and just go back to Reagan and just look at Reagan and ask yourself, Reagan, why the hell did you send all of our factories over to China? You don't do something like that. It's not a strategic, smart move to send all of your manufacturing to another country if that country is not already your ally. It don't make sense to do that unless you're in tight. This is bigger than business. Okay, so everything is basically going off like I said it was going to happen, and talked about with the virus, talked about with war, talked about everything. It's just happening. It's not hard to see what's coming. This is why I'm telling you guys, like, it's not going to be what you think, and we got to really just use common sense on a lot of stuff. And this is stuff they're showing us what they're going to do. They have to show us. Always talk about that. They have to tell us. So if you pay attention and look at what they're saying, you can see what's going to happen. So sanctions is not going to be enough, and it's not going to be enough if China does what it does and just go ahead and bails them out. So how does that fit in, with this whole thing? China, this is a big deal. Second, remember, we just completely forgot about the Taliban. What's going to happen with that whole situation? Everybody just forgetting. Taliban just sitting back, was chilling. We just said, fuck it. We gave them back. Taliban's back in. They're also working with China. How is that going to play out? And meanwhile, while this is going on, nobody's paying attention to Iran. Iran has a serious problem with, Taliban in Iraq. So what's going to heat up with that situation? It's a lot. So we're talking about, what could possibly happen, and what they're not talking about. If you're getting all your news from the news, you're stupid. Like, you need to get that. Don't get me wrong, but you need to look behind the scenes. If you're watching Al Jazeera, if you're not watching the BBC, you need to watch everything in Europe. You need to look at all this stuff. C-SPAN. Understand what other outlets are saying that is not, media controlled or, owned by corporations, I should say. But you got to look at YouTube. People post stuff, and it's a lot, a lot out there for you to put the pieces together. But, I'm going to do that and let you guys understand. Like I said, I already talked about it, basically told you what was going to happen. But as far as the prophecy, as I said, I already told you, of course, it's prophecy. It's prophecy coming true as far as, the biblical sense. Like, if you want to look at it as far as the story of, let's say the esoteric story coming to fruition. That's all it is. It's the behind the scenes prophecy, so to speak, or behind the scenes agenda being fulfilled. Not this whole spooky, fucking magical dude with holes in his hands coming back and shit. Like, stop it. Like, I've just seen enough of it, and it's crazy. And it's all up and down the timeline. The people, it's the end times, and pay attention. But don't want to say too much here. I'll get into this a lot more in the next video. Make sure you guys, as I said, make sure you guys register for Merkable Academy. There's going to be videos that's going to come out. It's going to go straight to Merkable Academy. And I'm waiting for, we had server issues. So that's getting taken care of. So I appreciate everybody who support. This shit costs crazy money. But taking care of that. As I said, the app will be out, which will alleviate all the problems. It's going to be much simpler because everybody's on their phones anyway. A lot of people don't got time to sit in front of their computers. People's on the go. So the app will help out with everything and fix all our problems that we have on this side. But I appreciate everybody's support, everybody being patient with the whole process and understanding. Sometimes shit is not in your control. You basically, you only can do what you can do. So like I said, I appreciate everybody who's been supporting for over a decade, and it's been there. But a lot of y'all new cats be tripping. It's this new age. Not talking to anybody that's, in the 30s and just understand how shit used to be. Understand, like, damn, you got to work hard to get money and, to get ahead, and nobody's just going to hand you shit. This new age, this new breed of youngster is just tripping. They just think you're supposed to just do on the strength. And it's just like, yeah, we've been doing the strength for a long time. We don't really get support from our people like we should. And, you're going to go support the white man before you go and support, your brother and sister. So, I feel like this stuff is valuable information, and the people who know. It's just that simple. This is something that, I know a lot of people worried about, rightfully so. My phone blew the fuck up when it happened. And, people who I talk to, I've been talking about this for a minute because, I see where it's going. I know where it's about to go, and I'm fucking hoping that it don't, and they segue away from it, which I kind of think they will, just because like it's modern times. Like, people in this day and age are not trying to see carnage on TV. Like, America can't deal with bombs falling in America or anything like that. I probably shouldn't have said that. That's gonna fucking trigger the algorithm probably. But people can't handle that type stuff here. It's just like, and it's the same over there. Like, we're more modernized. People, I don't want to say like we're sophisticated and civilized like we've been, but it's just a different time to where people are going to be more demanding on their government to stop this shit versus how it was back in, 1940s. And, that's one of the reasons why America entered the World War II. It's because the people, not just because of what happened with the accident, but it was just the people were more engaged in the press, and they took to the streets and they wanted it stopped because we had free press back then, and it was reporting on all the soldiers being killed. Same thing with Vietnam. And people were calling for, end of the war. And we're in that time now where we got social media and stuff is trending, and more people can just get out and say and put out information and make stuff, make sense. And this, stuff will get done, and they don't need that. So this has to be the biggest, convincing ever. Like, dude, this is what's happening. We need your support, and we have to go and do this, because just average person is just not going to, be down with us going to any type of war over there. But it's like everybody has been conditioned to understand we got to spank Russia at some point. Like, Putin's out of hand. We got to go and spank them. And, American, fucking might and power, and just us being, cocky and just like proud of this country. And Putin basically saying what he's saying, like, yeah, whatever. And, we'll see. So the Ukraine, what do we really owe them, versus American lives? That's how some people want to look at it. But it's bigger than that. It's completely different agenda that they want to get off, which I said we'll talk about. So yeah, thanks for taking the time to watch, and thanks for everybody who's supporting. See you guys next video.